There's been some big changes here at RCBS, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Hey guys, Gavin Gear here from UltimateReloader.com. I'm here at RCBS with Joel Hodgdon. Thank you, Joel, for having me.
Happy to have you here, Gavin.
Yeah. So, as many of you know, RCBS has had some big changes this year. And Joel, you're now a part of the RCBS team.
You got it. That's right, Gavin. So back this last spring, Hodgdon Powder, our family business, acquired RCBS from its former owner. So now that we're back in RCBS, we're fully up and running again. And it's really cool to see rock chuckers and dies and all of our favorite products kind of coming out of the factory and back in the market.
What's cool to me about this really is the fact that this was a family business for a long time.
It was. It's kind of gone full circle, right? So the Huntington family, Fred Huntington, founded the business in 1943.
Wow.
Back of a laundromat, of all things, right? And it kind of grew and grew over the years to become RCBS, the reloading brand that we all know and love. Put out a lot of green products on a lot of benches over the years. And RCBS had its ups and downs. And then most recently here, as I mentioned, last spring, the Hodgdon Powder family was able to acquire RCBS and kind of bring it back under family ownership. So it's a cool full circle of, you know, coming out of a very reloading, passionate family back to another reloading, passionate family.
Yeah, the original gang of guys, right? Bruce Hodgdon, Fred Huntington, Joyce Hornady, a lot of those guys, right, started these amazing businesses. And there are very few family businesses left. And over the years, RCBS has kind of changed hands multiple times, become part of larger corporations and all that. But what I like about RCBS is there's this continuity of the brand since the very beginning, right? I love the fact that Fred loved rock chucking, by the way, because that's what we do.
Enough to make it the name and the logo.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
But for real, people have grown up with RCBS. Like, what dude that hunts doesn't have like an uncle or a grandpa or a dad that has the green press in the garage? You know, my good friend, it was mounted on a board and they would clamp it down and load their 30-06. And it's like, it's this family heritage thing, you know, and coming here, it's been really cool to see the family here, if you will, right? Talking with customer service and hanging out with Steve Coach, who's been here since the late 70s and is still passionate about what he's doing. It's what gets him out of bed in the morning. And so for you guys to essentially breathe new life into the company and take it to the next level, like when you think about the future, you know, building on this brand that is RCBS, where does your mind go with that?
You know, I want to kind of get RCBS back to our roots, right? We were founded as a really innovative company that was pushing the boundaries of reloading and bringing out, you know, better gear, more innovative gear that made reloading easier or faster or safer or more cost efficient. And so I kind of want to get RCBS back to that and make sure that as a company, we're on that leading edge and bringing out new products while still making all the same greatest hits, right? So still the rock chuckers, the bench priming tools, our Matchmaster dies, whatever it is, we're gonna keep getting that stuff out there. So the first thing we did actually as a company after becoming part of RCBS was just push the button on production and let these people get to work, right? And so, you know, I think over the last few years, it was kind of hard to find some RCBS products and you might not have been able to get that specific die set that you wanted or that powder dispenser or what have you. So the first thing we did was invest a ton in our inventory and a ton in Oroville and making sure that we're making all the products that people know and love.
It's so frustrating to say to a company, take my money. I just want to buy this
I want to buy this, yes.
And reloading is a particularly difficult area. So like, it's great that RCBS has such an extensive portfolio of products. We're right now working on a video covering dies, and I had no idea RCBS had the portfolio and the inventory and the SKU list of dies, the different styles, the different cartridges, and to see here how agile the team is, being able to grind their own reamers when a new cartridge comes out. Prototype, like 2-week turn time on dies. Who can do that?
Yeah, we can take a set of prints, get into the computer, get the prints ready, create all the tooling, and go make that set of dies. And so, you know, there's lots of great companies out there making lots of great dies, but we're really proud of ours. And I would say we probably have one of the largest, and not the largest, assortment of calibers out there. So no matter what you're loading, odds are we've got something for you. And just to tease a new project coming up, back to that innovation, I think in the coming months you'll hear even more about options to kind of get a special set of dies from us.
Very cool. I love that. because people that reload are very particular.
Yep.
Sometimes those particular needs aren't met by off-the-shelf products.
So the ability to get something, more to your spec or a little more custom, a little more special, that's something that's important to us, and again, part of our heritage. So
Nice.
Lots of good things going on here at RCBS.
So one more question for you before we conclude. I learned hanging out with your dad at a Hodgdon bird shoot about Hodgdon values.
That's right.
You guys have personal values, but you also have very well-defined corporate values.
We do.
How do you feel like those values are going to, influence RCBS, company culture, product design philosophy, any of those sorts of things?
Yeah. Well, I think, fundamentally, at Hodgdon and at RCBS, it's just been such a happy marriage, if you will, because we're just a bunch of Kansas rednecks that like to reload, and we met a bunch of California rednecks that like to reload,
Right.
and now we're like one big family. So we have way more in common than we do differently, and so
Yeah.
just that fit between all of our employees and the whole team, it's been like one big family coming together. I think from there at Hodgdon, we always strive to treat people how we want to be treated.
Yeah.
And that's reflected in our company values. And I'd encourage anybody to go to hodgdon.com and check those out. But I will say, as a company, we give back to our community and we do a lot of give back to our employees. So everybody kind of has some skin in the game here at RCBS and Hodgdon. And, as we get RCBS up and rolling, I think the folks working here are directly impacted by that and benefit from that.
Yeah. That's really, really cool.
It's fun.
Yeah. So what you're going to want to check out is all of the other cool content that we're filming while we're here, including how our CBS dies are made.
Yep, A to Z.
Including, an entire tour of this awesome facility. We're talking about multiple warehouses worth of machine tooling and stock and inventory and offices and design and CAD and all that stuff, right? So great content while we're here. Joel, I really appreciate you having me
Of course,
out.
Gavin, anytime.
Yep. Click on that first link. We're going to have an article with more information, including some of the stuff that we just talked about. So that concludes this video, and that means it's time to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, where we've got unrestricted content, and Instagram. Make sure to follow us on all those channels. Ultimate Reloader also has a commercial solutions division serving law enforcement, the military, and the gun industry. We have some unique capabilities, including a comprehensive suite of recoil testing and evaluation capabilities, trigger profiling, and more. Thanks again for watching.